quite happy, honestly. When I looked at Group A before I threw a dart, I thought, well, I've got to have to play well this week just to be in the contention. It panned out kind of how I thought it would, apart from maybe Martin would probably be a little bit disappointed with his week, to be fair. He'll bounce back, he always does, but Andy, I totally expected the way Andy would play. I thought he's been absolutely fantastic. Even the 3 days, he missed a couple of doubles against me, let me in. Hopefully he does that tonight again, but we'll see how it goes. But his performances in Group B have been absolutely brilliant, and hopefully that kind of spurs me on a little bit. I've been watching in the background, hearing how Duz has tipped him for this finals night, so that's kind of given me a wee push and a wee kick up the backside, so hopefully turn it on tonight.
Does it help you in a way, because we've all been watching Andy, won all his matches in Group B, as you said, so despite being the Group A winner, you've kind of gone under the radar now? Yeah,
of course, and I've obviously been on Twitter a day and I've seen the betting and Andy's firm favourite, and that's enough motivation for me, so hopefully I can step up here and shut everybody up, do it again, and as I said at the start of the week, I've hit the crossbar so many times, I want to just get it over the line. I want to come and win these weeks, do you know what I mean? Not only these weeks, I want to go and win Champions Week, so yeah, that's the aim, definitely.
Well, during the week, sort of when he's got back to his hotel, he sent me messages that he knows he's got a wonderful late game, and he knows he can do better and needs to learn how to win ugly. But he's a fabulous player, he's demonstrated there, because that's a beautiful. Scott Taylor's opportunities could be limited to big finishes, but he has to put this away, because double 9 is not a favoured double.
27.
This is not the start Gary Stone was hoping for.
Scott, you require 25.
Scott Taylor has a big chance to take the ascendancy in this match.
That's game
he's in
shot.
full command, he's in full control now. Scott Taylor leading Gary Stowe by...
Straight at that Rocky there. Oof, did you see the big dart this, tops?
11.
And it was all because of that first dart. He will be kicking himself because he looks so
12.
motivated just behind Scott Taylor there. He won't like double 3 though.
That's
but
game
what
shot and the fourth leg.
Is that the dart?
Scott
because
Taylor.
3-1 in a bet he can do is set you up.
Scott,
97 is a 2-dart combination, so you'll be looking at treble 19. 2 darts at tops for the match. Who saw this coming?
That's game.
Well,
shot.
Scott Taylor
and
certainly did.
Scott
Put
Taylor
the cat amongst the pigeons in that game. What a start.
Yeah, feeling really good. Just really enjoying it. Like, I found the week really enjoyable. You know, met some old faces, met some new faces. But yeah, just the week in general has just been really good. And obviously with having them last couple of days, I think originally I thought the 2 days would help me if I could get the couple of days off. But actually I feel like, yeah, coming in tonight, it's probably, you know, better off for me, for sure.
Yeah, and Gary Stone as well, he'll have been watching, having won Group A. Obviously, you would have wanted to do that. It's quite an interesting mix, isn't it? One on a roll, the other one having that couple of days off. Do you feel you're the one with the advantage then?
Well, in my mind, definitely. In Gary's mind, probably different. Hopefully he was watching, and then he comes in tonight, it's like, oh, Andy's playing all right. But no, I mean, I know Gary knows me, and it's not just about us two, there's 4 other guys. You know, me and Gary have had a lot of battles over the years. We live kind of half an hour apart, so we meet quite a lot. But yeah, I just feel that, like, you know, them 2 days of I don't think the 3 days did me any harm, but I think the 2 days of having a good run, you know, and playing well as well, I think is the main thing. But enjoying it for me has been a massive thing this week, and I've really enjoyed it. So I'm just in a good place, I think.
Would have been feeling okay, but I don't think he'll have been delighted with his performance. But he's a big-time player, and I think the fact it's finals night now, I think we'll see the best of the Taverners. Andy Bolton looks at double 18. And
that's game shot and the first leg. Andy Bolton.
Start what he hopes is going to be a great.
Not too much. You could hear the cry of tabs as that first dart just drifted below the triple 20 bed, and so Bolton is back for double 12 to open up a 3-0 lead. Yes, he's played well, but it's had to just, at times, rely on Taban just to have 1 or 2 moments.
That's game shot.
And a 3-0 lead it is for Andy Bolton.
Andy Bolton.
And it's looking, no matter what happens, we're going to have some lineup. As Bolton here looks for another treble to try and apply the pressure on this.
Alan,
more than makeable 1-2-4 for Taban.
Yes, statistically, this is Tabben's best game of the week. As he looks at bullseye.
That's game shot. And the fourth leg.
Just as a wax and lyrical about Andy.
Kicked onto the line, hasn't he, Andy Bolton? He knew he had the darts to see the job through. And after 12 darts, 97. He's had a dart the double, and now double 8 is what he wants 16. To seal a 4-1 success to kick-start his group campaign here on Saturday night. And to keep that winning feeling going, he must feel like $1 million.
Possibly. Not looking at it like that. I'm just looking at it as it's another night for me. I haven't played my game the last 2 nights personally, so hopefully tonight it come in so I can play my game.
Last time we did see you here on a Saturday, we saw you feeding off the crowd a little bit. Do you think that could help elevate your game from what we've seen the last couple of nights?
Yeah, that was funny because I said the crowd wouldn't influence me at all, but yeah, it did. So maybe, you never know.
What are you expecting from yourself tonight? 'Cause like, as you said, you don't feel you've, especially with the 180s, etc., played your game so far this week. What might you do differently to lift it?
Well, I feel a bit better today, actually. I don't feel tired, so I'm practicing pretty well in the practice room. So if my game comes out of there onto here, then it should be a good night for me.
And how important is it for you to get back to Champions Week, having come so close to winning the whole thing last time?
Yeah, that's a big goal. But this is the first step, so try and win this first, then think about that afterwards. But this is the first step I've got to go for.
We look forward to it. Good luck.
Cheers, pal. Thank you.
Off the 90 mark, that's the standard the player to bring into the table as Taylor, after 15 darts, looks at 89. Treble there, leads himself 1 dart at double 5.
Game shot.
And that is a clinical finish on Scott Taylor. A controlled finish.
Big dart at double 6, centre of the board. And there's that 19. Width of the wire again. Will he come back and regret that?
8.
Double 2. And already you sense the significance of this passage of play.
That's game shot.
And it's one where Scott Walters comes up trumps.
To get to the semi-finals, there's another 3 darts, at this time a double 10. Getting closer. And
that's
there's the dart to Scott Taylor. And there's the little
Scott
fist bump, which I think that's enough to tell me that I'm just thinking possibly top in the group could be good, so they're going to avoid Andy Bolton to the final. Are they the kind of thought processes?
That's game shot. And the 6th leg,
but the only
Scott
thought
Walters.
process for Scott Walters.
This is for back-to-back 13 darters to finish.
Scott, you require 40.
It's Taylor for a 4-3 win, and having the throw was very significant in that match. Another quality affair.
Yeah, it was a funny one last time. Obviously, I didn't quite understand the format, and I thought I was through, and then all of a sudden somebody told me I wasn't, and very difficult. But I'm glad to be here this time.
Did that give you the motivation to start the way you did in Group C earlier this week? Because you won your first 4 matches, brilliant performance on Thursday in particular.
100%. When I went back from last time, I went home and I looked back on what I did, and I realised day 1 cost me. And I thought this time I've got to start day 1 properly. And that's exactly what I did. And I struggled a little bit yesterday, but I got there. I got over the line in the end. I was happy with that.
And I know that you've had surgery since you've last been here. You've spoken about that. How are you feeling?
Fantastic. I feel like a teenager, like I said yesterday. It's the first time I've been out of practice in 2.5 years properly, because the most I could stand up before was 20 minutes. And this time I've done a couple of hours each day. It's been fantastic. And I'm playing better, and I'm feeling stronger, and 100%. Thank you, surgeon.
And looking forward to playing in front of a live audience tonight as well.
Yeah, always. I love playing in front of a crowd. Doesn't matter if they're on my side or not. I haven't got anybody with me, but I'm sure I'll get them on my side at some point.
I'm sure they'll enjoy watching, and so will we. Good luck.
That's what I would have said before his first dart was thrown on Thursday. He went for double-double there, like many of the players are doing. I'm going to sort of let you know a little bit about Alan Tabben and Mike Norton in the last leg, but one thing I would say about Alan Tabben is don't give him a dart a double, but tonight he's making me look stupid.
That's game shot. And the first leg, Alan Tabben.
But Alan Tabben, bordering on disrespectful for 164. And it's bullseye this time. He certainly won't be laying up.
99.
Do you know what? Part of me would have laid up there.
And you require 32.
Part of me would have been absolutely fuming that he did that, and I'd have laid up
that's
myself.
Game shot. And the 3rd leg, Alan
maybe
Tabben.
The way he's holding his first of all, and that's exactly what he's done. A lot of the modern players now would have gone the treble 19. It's tops for Tabern. And it's 3-1
Shot.
Alan
And
Tabern.
the fourth leg.
This
Alan
group is getting very, very interesting.
Can't get any closer.
Mike, you require 10. Game shot and the fifth leg.
24 missed dart at a double going into that dart there from Mike Norton. Alan Tabern with doubles being the theme of this match. It'd be typical of dart players to have a 2-dart combination on the tough 98 finish.
And a match.
And there you go, the arms go up in the air. And what he's trying to say to you, where to think about right now. Tonight hasn't gone his way,
20.
but this be a great start to break a throw.
That's game shot and the first
questions
leg.
being asked to Gary Stone. Tell my mum was a knitter.
140.
Big scoring again there from Walters, but it's Gary Stone, 120 after 9 darts. This is for a 12-darter.
Game shot and the second leg. Gary Stone.
Super, super impressive. And sometimes it's important.
On his coattails, but this would be for a second breaker throw in this game.
Shot
and Gary Stone is in cruise control of this game now.
Really important. Gary will be thinking of the next leg already as Scott Walters. This is the first part of the 53 finish.
And the fifth leg.
And he does that with aplomb, and the crowd are there with him. He's the local boy.
Here to leave himself a dart at double 18. The treble not found. Stone returns
85.
for double 10. This is
Gary,
for the semi-finals. This is to go in a couple of games of glory.
This is not easy, Henry. What a
game
dart.
Shot. And the match.
What
Gary
a fabulous
Stone.
ending to that game. Scott Walters can't wait to get up the stage. He'll feel not much would rule Andy Bolton out of the semis.
And he requires 72.
Now, interesting enough, the winner of this group will play Gary Stone in the semi-final. The runner-up would play Alan Tabern.
That's game shot and the first leg.
Andy Bolton doesn't care right now. He's on just this massive winning streak right now.
66.
For me, there's only one way you should go when your opponent's sat on 80. First part of it done. He's going to get 1 dart at tops to get it back into this game.
That's game shot
Well
and the
done, Mike
second
Norton.
leg.
That's a fantastic final dart. I'm sure, like many of the players, but now living
30.
in Androssen and North Ayrshire Darts Academy.
150.
He's the mentor. A lot of the kids around there playing the JDC, including Bailey, his son. He reached a semi-final in the road to Gibraltar last week.
That's game shot and the third leg. Andy Bolton.
I'm waxing lyric about Andy Bolton. 110 has to go. All he can do is set it up.
50.
Is Bolton on the cusp?
44.
Double 16.
That's game shot. And the match.
And so Andy Bolton with 2 4-1 wins in the group stages. Of the blue touch paper for him in this particular match. He goes the 16s route.
That is game shot.
And he finds his way up to tops of the opening leg. Still had that chance hitting the singles.
It's just about thinking that the finer margins there. The one thing he didn't want to do on that 18 is split
60.
it. He's got so much time on his side where
you require
err on the
18.
side of caution and just go the other side of the wire of the 18s. That's how good these elite players are.
That's game shot and the third leg. Scott Taylor.
What I'm liking,
16.
They both felt they could win this game, and it's Tabern. As I said, give him a chance and he'll hit it. How's he feeling this time?
76.
Bends the wire.
Scott, you require 76.
If you've been with us since Monday, we've talked about these types of finishes. This takes you from good
game
to
shot
great.
and the fourth leg. Scott Taylor.
Was fantastic from
just underneath the bed, and that is a match start we will put in the notepad. Can Tabern save his skin on double 18?
That's game shot and the fifth leg. Alan.
That leaves double 10 for the match. And has he kicked Tabern away? And that bounce out and the shake of the head probably means
40.
one thing now. Scott Taylor, all them hours of practice leads to this moment.
Double 5.
Game.
And is
shot.
the time now for Scott Taylor. He is through to the week 4 final.
What is he going to miss because of the opponent he's playing?
42.
Yes. Now, any other time, me and you would just automatically,
20.
we're ready for the next leg, because he's just finished on them type of finishes
That's game
all
shot
week.
and the first leg. Gary Stone.
Gary Stone is the one that takes a 1-0 lead. And Henry, how many times have I talked about this type of finish? This is the difference between good and great. This is the difference between losing tournaments and winning tournaments.
Gary
that
Stone
will feel absolutely. This goes in. Gary Stone's wins the match for my liking. Tops, huge dart.
65.
Bends the wire. You saw the wire move. Pivotal moment.
And back level we are.
And the fourth leg.
13 darts for Andy Bolton.
Also, now he's hurting. Andy Bolton.
And you
can you pounce?
Gary Stone has had a dart at tops in the last two legs, but Andy Bolton steps in, and from 2-0 down, he's a leg away.
I think they both miss here, and Bolton wins.
Game, shot,
what
and
an
match.
Absolute treat that was. Absolute fantastic game. They've met each other 4 times this week.
35.
Once again, just mirrors the first game, and he's looking saying, why doesn't that go in? Scott Taylor tops for a 13 darter.
He's had a bit of a love-hate relationship on double 16 this week, as Taylor gets a double 5 to break it.
He has them gears. Is it going to take something like that to beat Andy Bolton?
59.
Because he's been incredible the last dozen games. Never looked like losing, but it's Scott Taylor who takes a 2-0 lead with that obligatory game.
87.
And the black is just that B game that's just non-existent. This is insane.
He's getting better.
That's game shot and the third leg.
That's a 12.
Scott
That's a double break. It's 112.7 to go.
It's bull for Bolton.
105.
Scott Taylor, 48.
Scott, you require 48.
For your biggest win of your career.
Double 16.
That's game
and it is
shot.
Super
and your week 4 winner of the Motor Super Series.
Scott.
Blown away, really. Blown away. Honestly, I don't know what to say. Bit nervy coming into tonight, and then just to play like that in the last game is.
Were you aware a lot of the talk was about another couple of players, Gary Stone and Andy Bolton, coming into this?
It was a tough week all week, wasn't it? So they were all good players, so I knew I needed to perform, and I saved the best to the last.
Yeah, you really did, 109 average, fabulous performance. What does it mean to you to now not just pick up the £5,000, but make it through to Champions Week, where you can do even more damage?
It's massive. It's just changed everything, because I was a bit struggling, really, to grip everything, just going wrong, and then come here on Thursday, and it's gone well.
Have you seen other players? Have you watched other players who've sort of come to the Super Series, have gone and got the 2 cards back?
Yeah, of course. I went to Q school thinking I was playing well, but I was really poor. So it hurt.
Right, we've got a 3-time world champion there with a massive cheque he's about to present to you. So we'll get Glenn on stage now. Scott Taylor, the champion this week, £5,000. Congratulations. Scott, I'm going to let you take that, and I'm going to chat to Glenn too.